The white toes.
Hot girl summer.
A hot girl summer. White toes.
My best friend. We ride till we die. You're my best friend. She always by my side. You're my best friend. She hold me down, my number one. You're my best friend. Don't play with my bestie, my best friend.
It's your girl, Stassi.
And it's Jax. Welcome back to another episode of She Thought It, I Said It.
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, girl?
Nothing much. How you doing? How was your week?
I'm
What
good.
you been up to?
I'm good. You
I feel like I didn't talk to you all week. Psych.
Girl, we talked every day.
Every day.
Every single day. So, my week was good. Very busy, but it was good. I mean, about, my situation, but, my mom's been sick, so we got her out the hospital on Wednesday. So I spent Wednesday with her. Just spent some time with her, getting the stuff she needed and stuff like that. So I worked Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I took Saturday off for myself. And it was good, other than you calling me all day after I told you that I was taking time for myself. Other than that, it was good, though.
When, as best friends, there's no such thing as self-time.
Girl, yes, you need self-time. And I told everybody,
I'm just
told
playing.
her,
I always be having self-time, but she did told me. She was like, Stassi, I'm taking Saturday. First of all, she almost lied. She was like, I'm going to work a half a day.
Yeah, because I was going to work half a day and then get everything done after I got for work or whatever. But then I was like, you know what? No, I need to be able to sleep in and stuff like that. So let me just take the whole day. So I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to take the whole day. So she asked me again. She was like, so, what did you ask me? You said something. What time you getting off? And I'm just like,
oh yeah. I was like, so what time are you getting off tomorrow? And she was like, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm trying to really just spend that day, just by myself or whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, you deserve it. I understand, whatever. But y'all, when you're used to talking to a person every day, at the same time every day for the most part, it's hard to really get past that time. I'm like, okay, well, I just got to call her to ask her something. And she doesn't, if she's taking a self day, which means she might not be on her phone, so I couldn't send a text, so I had to call her.
But that's true. We talked every day.
And I apologize. I apologize for all the times I called.
She apologized in the beginning. She was like, hey, I'm sorry. I know you're taking time for yourself today, but it's not going to take no longer than 16 seconds.
But I'm going to do better. I promise.
You can and you will.
Next self day. But that just brought you a pass for my next self day.
Yes.
So I won't put you on Do Not Disturb.
Yes.
Because that's what I do.
Please.
I put people on Do Not Disturb. Well, my week was good.
Yes, your week. Tell us about it.
It's pretty good. It started off kind of rocky, but I just, I realized I needed some time for myself too. So I kind of just hung out with my daughter and worked on a podcast really every day. And then Riley got a trampoline, and she's been bouncing on that thing. So we've been outside. We went to the park. So,
it's been beautiful lately.
Yeah, the weather is good, yo. Next week is going to rain for 3 days.
For real?
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Girl, I'm tired of this. I am tired of this rain.
We get good days and then we get the rain after. But yeah, that's pretty much was my week. And then, yeah. But I'm glad everything worked out with your mom. I know that was kind of stressing you out. So I'm glad that worked out.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
So what are we talking about today? Let's get into this topic because, I heard we got some juicy stuff.
Some juicy stuff. Okay, so this episode is about your situation status.
Yeah, basically what type of relationship status you're in, what type of relationship statuses you don't want to be in.
Yes.
People's ideal versions of relationship status and what they're trying to normalize. Would you do that?
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because some of the I guess different type of relationships they have out there, I didn't even know half of them. I was like, okay, so you put me onto some game.
Yeah, I was reading this book, and so by reading this book, I saw it was like Do the Work. That's the name of the book, Do the Work.
Mm-hmm.
But she posts like all the time these weird things, and she sends text messages. She was like, normalize being single, and I was like, no, she said normalize these relationship statuses. I'm like, oh, let me go see what she's talking about, girl. When I saw that stuff, I was like, oh, okay. The normalizing being single, I understood because some people need to be single, and
I
it needs to be
agree.
okay to be single. I think with everything going on, you know, with the like, there is like if you're single, they automatically assume something is wrong with you.
Exactly. And it's not always the case. It should
Yeah,
never be the case. If I'm just want to have like self time, that don't mean it's bad. Why should we always be in a relationship? It's actually good to be by yourself. Learn yourself and exactly like learn what you want to.
hmm,
Cuz sometimes when you get into relationships you just settle for things that you wouldn't settle for if you knew yourself. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So,
that's
and especially for me in the past too, like being in relationships, when you really like somebody or you think that you like somebody or you think that you love somebody, you tend to be okay with certain situation because you want that person
person. Yeah,
in your life. You know what I mean? So we we think it's okay to just get 50% of that person or just 40% because we really want to be in that person's presence or in a relationship with them. And we shouldn't normalize that
yeah,
at
that's a fact.
all.
I think it's healthy to be single sometimes. I feel like because I don't know who I was talking to this week, but I was like, yeah, normalizing being single. They're like, oh no, they're single for a reason. Like they're crazy. Something's wrong with them. And I'm like, not necessarily. I don't think
Yeah.
anything's wrong with them. I just believe like some people just need to be single. Like I took 3 years off. I was single, but I needed to be single. Like I've always been in a relationship, so I felt like I needed that time to be with myself. And I was becoming a new mom, so I was trying to
Yeah.
refine myself and my identity as me. Because when you're pregnant, you lose certain things about yourself, or you gain certain insecurities. So for me, being single for 3 years was fine. Like I enjoyed
Yeah.
being single. And so now it's like now I need to normalize being in a relationship because I'm so used to like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to
Being.
remember like let me call him, or like things like that.
Mhm.
So I'm like that's something that I'm working on, making sure that I continue to keep that contact and that line of communication open. But I think definitely normalizing being single. I don't think that people should feel like there's something wrong with them with
Yeah.
being single.
And then, it goes back to the saying, how can you love somebody if you don't love yourself?
True.
So if you never buy yourself, how can you truly love somebody if you don't know how to love yourself?
That's definitely a
And
fact.
then you also learn what you want. Yeah, I said it before, but you learn and you can teach somebody, how to treat you.
Mhm.
You know what I
Definitely. That's
mean?
definitely a fact.
By loving yourself and taking time for yourself, you set the standards that you want in your life and in the future and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's what I believe. I
I think
believe, I
that's
believe, I
dope.
believe. So let's get into some of these relationships or statuses or situations that people trying to normalize. So there's one called marriage by design. And so that was a marriage that is chosen for different reasons that might not be traditionally centered around love or commitment. So, for instance, it can be, when you get married to somebody, you, of course, you love them, but also don't let love be the only reason why
Mhm.
you get married. I mean, look at the bigger picture. Can you see yourself having, having kids with this person? Can you see yourself, if you're into, having your own business and stuff like that? Can you build with this person?
Yeah. That's definitely a
So,
fact because, the key I mean, I guess because in my mind I feel like it's not as traditional being marriage by design. It's more of a like would you be in a marriage by I feel like it falls under like I don't know. It could be like domestic. It could be arranged. It could be like whatever rules you set up for your type of marriage. Like you design your own
Foundation, or
foundation of marriage.
your you can take it back to like a scenario of you can design your own home. You know what I mean? You can compare home and relationship or your marriage to that. You know, you build a home, you put things in a home, so it's same thing like a marriage. So, yes, and I heard a saying that a lot of arranged marriage, you don't start off, loving that person, because you don't know that person.
Yeah, and
It's
I
designed by somebody else who, you know, you're gonna marry this person on this day or whatever, and then as the years go on,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
fall into
But
love
that's what I
with
was
that
thinking too,
person.
because I feel like being in an arranged marriage or whatever, I feel like they're growing together, but they're getting to know that person from a different view, and they end up
Yes.
like, you know what I'm saying? So they're
Mm-hmm.
starting off on the same solid foundation of we're getting married, it's arranged, but you know we can build up to whatever. And I think also that, I mean, for me, I feel like arranged marriage is kind of a good thing because you don't really know that person's flaws. You don't really know, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you're going in there with no judgment for
Mm-hmm.
one, and
Going in
then
blind.
blind basically, and then you get into marriage and you might honestly, like you said, fall in love with that person. You might honestly, you know what I'm saying, which gives you another layer of a relationship in your marriage. So you have that dating phase in an arranged marriage, and then you have that falling in love phase. You get what I'm saying? And then so that buys them another like 10 years, because I had saw where they were saying like arranged marriages sometimes last longer than traditional marriages. And
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like it could be a 50-50 thing, but I also feel like the reason why they last a little bit longer is because they actually built something from the ground up. Like they really sat there and they're like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And so I have to learn you. And then I fall in love with you. Then I have to learn how to love you. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
Yeah.
loving each other and then we're
Mm-hmm.
building up. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like different dynamics of the relationship. So I
That's
think that's dope. So I think, but some arranged marriages, they be like, no, I don't want to marry this person. But
yeah.
especially if you love someone else and you're just doing it traditional because of your
Yeah. That
family or
would.
your whatever your background is. So yeah,
I mean, shout out to
the people that do the
people
arranged
that go,
marriage for real.
yeah, different cultures.
Because that's a different type of discipline for real. Because it's
That
like you're
really
trained
is.
to be ready for that person.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another
Yeah.
topic for another day, because I also feel
That's
like
a
that
lot.
yeah, that can go in a whole nother direction too.
Yeah. Um, I was gonna add something to that. Do you think marriage nowadays is like a thing like it used to be back in the day? Do you think? I mean, because back in the day, let's say our parents, or even before our parents, like our grandparents, they was taught that marriage is the thing to do in life. Like you need to be married, you need to have a family, kids, and everything like that. So, do you think that is normalized our day and age?
I feel like I was having a conversation with my mom and my sister the other day, and I feel like they were saying that a lot of younger people are getting married a lot faster in
Mm-hmm.
certain towns and communities and stuff. But I honestly feel like marriage is not as forceful as it was back then, because it used to be you go to school, you go to college, you come home, you find somebody to be with. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, back in the day?
No, in the back of the day, it used to
Or
be like
you graduated high school and then you find a
find it, yeah.
husband, you have kids, you be a housewife, and
That's
that's
yeah.
the homemaker.
I was
That
saying
was
now it's like people are getting married out of college, so I feel like
yes.
it's not something that we like train the. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like back in the day they were preparing women to be married. Like, get out my house. It's time for you to go be a wife and have your own house and upkeep your own
It
space.
was forced, right?
Yeah.
You would
I feel
say
like
it was
yeah, it's like
forced.
if you weren't married or found a proper suitor or whatever, or courting someone during the age before you could really get married or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I said, it was just like being it's something wrong with them. Just how people think things are wrong with single people. So yeah, that's definitely
Exactly.
a thing.
And okay, so I thought about this on my way here this morning. how do I want to put it? So, you know, would you agree that marriages nowadays don't last that long?
I think marriage. Yeah, I do. I would agree with that, but I can also give you an answer to why I think they don't last.
Okay.
La-
Don't answer that. Okay, wait, pause that. Okay, so back in the day, you didn't hear about too many people divorcing,
mhm.
So do you think when it comes to marriages, women are stronger now than back in the day? Like it's okay, like they have the strength nowadays to leave and be that single parent and be okay and struggle than the women back in the day?
I wouldn't necessarily. I feel yes, but I don't. I wouldn't necessarily say struggle. I feel like the issue from now and back in the day was that men were the provider. Women kept
Mm-hmm.
the house.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going that far back. So I
Yeah.
feel like back then it's like they couldn't work. They didn't have jobs. They weren't the breadwinners of the family. Necessarily, they weren't
Necessarily, but you still
back
had
then.
women that was um worked
Yeah, cleaning
in
houses and
offices and stuff like that. I'm not
yeah.
talking about.
I didn't know how. I said that's why I said how far back
Oh
are we
yeah,
going?
okay, yeah, yeah. We're not talking
Because if
all the way back. We're talking about 60s, 70s,
oh
50s.
yeah, but I still feel like the men brought home the majority of the money, and so it was like, and then when the woman did work and bring home the money, it was the men's money. It was the money for the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like what's that movie with when she put poop in the pie?
Oh, the help.
The Help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about
Oh, the
how
times like that. Yeah.
like the times like that or whatever. I feel like that was, you know, like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel
True.
so
Okay, go
yeah.
back to why do you think marriages don't last long
Lack
now?
of communication. I feel like people they bottle up. The thing about it to me, this is my ideal thing with marriage, right? I feel like we're not married, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you were looking at other people's marriages or celebrities or whatever out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you love someone, you're in love with that person, you're trying to build a foundation, solid foundation with that person, you marrying them, right? But
Mm-hmm.
y'all were friends first. And so what I feel like what happens is, and I'm gonna take responsibility as a woman for some, yeah, like not responsibility, but I'm gonna probably make a lot of women mad. I feel like women forget the things they were doing before they were married in their marriage. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if you were getting dressed and being sexy and having fun and dancing and loving on your man or whatever, just because you got the ring, that don't mean that stops.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're not feeling comfortable about something, I feel like the lack of communication, you need to communicate that. You need to communicate how you feel and not let it fester up. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so okay,
From
so
both sides, for the men and the women, for the communication part.
okay, so think about it now. Okay, let's throw some kids in the mix. Throw some kids in the mix. So it's hard. Do you think it's hard to
Do the
do
work.
all those
No,
things?
I think it's if
But okay,
you
so let's also say that you're in a marriage where this man believes you're the house taker. You do everything in the
that
house.
means you wanted that type of marriage. You wanted that type of life. So you cannot,
True,
you know what
true,
I'm saying? Because you know
true,
what you're signing up for. You
true.
would know that man is that type of person from dating him, how he acts when you date him.
Yeah.
If you're ironing his clothes and y'all are just dating, you know you're gonna be ironing his clothes all the time when y'all married. You know what I'm saying? If he's
Sure.
asking where his dinner at while y'all dating, do you know that's the type of marriage that you're gonna be in when you get married?
Yeah.
So I feel like I said, ladies, don't stop being sexy for your man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you getting married, that don't mean, oh, I got the ring or whatever. No, just how you was waking up to brush your face, you brush your teeth before he woke up to go. So when he see you, you can think I woke up like this. Still
Do the
add
same
those type
way.
of things because men are natural.
It's kind of like, oh, I'm
What
sorry to
what
cut you
they
off.
what they're like natural hunters.
Hunters,
They're
oh yeah.
hunters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they're always, regardless if they're doing it in our face or not, they're always going to be looking at other women and saying, "Oh, that she's pretty." They acknowledge that. Us
Mm-hmm.
women do it too. We're not you and some we're not disrespectful with it, and I don't think a lot of some men could be disrespectful with it, but not on purpose. But I feel like, I mean, I don't know.
Not on purpose.
I don't know. Cause you got some girls that be like, "Oh, girl, babe, look at her butt."
Yeah, but that's different. That's different. That's one thing, you looking at it with your girl and you looking at it and you just staring at it and you won't turn around. That's a problem.
Yeah, cause that means you're looking at it when I'm not around, though.
Yeah. So if I know you're doing it with me, let's
Yeah.
just, I can.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think women are beautiful, and I would want my man to just don't go too far.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not blind, you're not blind, so let's
Yeah,
not
because
act
if
like we're blind.
girl, if Morris Chestnut
mean,
was to walk into the room, I'm just saying.
we gonna look.
I'm
Might
like,
drool
hey,
a little bit.
hey, Morris.
But yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
So lack of communication.
Yeah,
Okay.
lack of communication. I don't want to say letting themselves go because, like you said, you threw kids in the mix. And when you asked that question, we kind of went a little bit
hard.
far.
And
but
women go through depression.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
But that's what I'm saying, communication. And as a husband,
men don't understand that.
Exactly.
Too.
And that's the thing. So men need to do their part too. If a woman just pushed out a 10-pound, 9-pound, 8-pound baby, right? Mm-hmm. For you, I feel like.
Any pound. Really try to help that woman.
Yeah, because they got the easy side of it. They
really
do.
Let me see you push out this baby.
But if I feel like if they comfort their wife and women do, the postpartum, that's a thing. That's really a thing.
It really is.
I never experienced it at the time of birth, but I think I experienced it later on down the line. But it's like, ask her, are you okay? Is there anything I could do for you? Oh, do you need some me time? Yes, I'm saying, because it is, women are natural nurturers, so we do take on a lot of the housekeeping, making sure that our houses are nice, making sure, you know what I'm saying, and those type of things. So I just feel, I don't know.
It was so sweet. Let me tell you about. Okay, so yesterday, I took time for myself or whatever. So it was so cute because I woke up in the morning. So my boyfriend was like, "Do you want a smoothie? You want me to make you a smoothie?" I was like, "Yeah, please." So he went down and made me a smoothie. Brought me my vitamins and stuff like that. And then it was he went to the gym and I was gonna go, but I didn't go because I was super tired. So I just laid in bed and listened to my book and stuff, my audiobook. And he came back and I was like, oh, we should, because we needed to go to Target and stuff like that. So I finna take a shower. He was okay, baby, enjoy your shower. I was like, oh, you want to take one too? He was like, no, just go and enjoy your shower. And I'm just like,
you really see, you did have a me day, even though I called you 4 times.
Girl opened my door. He always opened my doors, but just everything.
And you appreciate those things. But that's what I'm saying. Now, imagine he stopped that when y'all got married.
You would feel
okay, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. A woman wants the man never to change. But
why are we
it's okay if my man say, I was watching DeVell and his wife, the girl from Sisters, the funny comedian or whatever, and she likes him with facial hair. Mm-hmm. And he likes her with nails, for some freaky reason too. But he likes her with nails. Mm-hmm. And she was in the thing cutting her nails or whatever, and he was mad. He was like, "What you doing? You didn't ask me, can you cut your nails? I don't gotta ask you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get permission from you to cut my little beard." And he was like, "You like my?" She was like, "Yeah, it's sexy." He was like, "Yeah, that's how I feel about your nails." So you know what I'm saying? It's just the same type of dynamic, and I
just go back to communication.
Yeah, communication and just doing the things that your man likes, and not just, oh, we're married now, so I'm just gonna walk around looking like an old lady with a bonnet on.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want now because I got the ring. Yeah, we can't be like that. And then for men too, same issue too. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop if, for instance, you said women, we stop, caring about ourselves and stuff like that. So, men don't do the same.
Yeah. And that's the thing, but that's what I appreciate with y'all relationship, because y'all go to the gym together. Y'all work out together, so y'all motivate each other. That's fun.
Oh, yes, girl. He motivates me so much.
So that's a good thing. So, y'all drinking, and he get a little beer, but he's like, "No, babe, we're gonna go to the gym." Yeah. And that's cool.
Yeah. We girl, I'm gonna be cut this summer, and my, you have a goal. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he turns 30 this year, and so I'm gonna be in Montana in the snow with a bathing suit on, like this, with Dior bathing suit on. That's
You
like my
definitely
goal.
watch. You watching too
That
much
is, and I'm
Ari
a,
Tay on Instagram with his Playboy bunnies. You tripping?
that's my goal, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. So yeah, and I'll probably vlog for the
That'd be fun.
podcast. That'd be fun.
I'm gonna be there. Oh,
Yeah, I was like, girl, you coming too? We can
okay.
go
So
hunting.
next, also this is another one they want to normalize. Okay, they
Okay.
want to normalize flow flow exploration as a relationship.
Girl, that's just like dating.
No, meeting
Dating
new
is
people, exploring relationships
without
without commitment.
commitment.
Yeah,
That's yeah, and nothing's wrong with dating. Just be safe because all these diseases and stuff. But no, no, that's just like dating. And we was having this talk on Clubhouse, because especially our time growing up. Girl, I'm saying that like we're old. But, our prime in our early 20s and teens and stuff like that, when
I'm
you
still
talk to a
25.
guy or a girl, whatever situation, whatever gender you are, so you talk to them and then it's like, oh, you go on maybe 1, 2, 3 dates at the most. And then by the third date, it's like, okay, I want you to be my girlfriend. But we don't even know each other. Back in the day, we said, "Oh yeah," because we was happy.
That's why I
You
was
was in the
never single
honeymoon.
because I was always in a relationship. Because I'm like, oh yeah, 3 days, let's
Yeah,
go.
you be so into that person. You be like the honeymoon phase or whatever. So you quick to be like, yes, I want to be in a relationship, but you don't know the person.
Yeah, that's a definite.
You don't know if that. I was about to cuss. You don't even know if that person went to jail, if they out on bond for murder, manslaughter.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing. So that's one thing we need to normalize too is dating.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to date multiple people because you don't know. You can't, it's hard to, get to know somebody within a month.
That's a
That
fact.
is hard.
Yeah.
Growing up, you have brothers and sisters and stuff like that. And for instance, I'm 30 and I have a sister 23, I have a sister 28. I still to this day, I don't know everything about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're
And
saying.
then you can also think you know somebody and not really know that person at all. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, date people. That's how you figure out what you want. Because you might be dating 2 people at the same time, and one give you 50% and the other give you 80.
Okay, so let me ask you. So, what if you fall in love with both of them while dating? What if it's like you going out, what you going out, but like you said, one is giving one has half of what you want, and the other one has half. And the reason why I'm asking
dating
you,
them,
and the reason why I'm asking you this question because I've been in a situation like that before.
Mm.
I've been in a situation where I was like dating 2 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one, it was like really chill, mad cool, like movies, you know what I'm saying? But he never really wanted to go out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
to go out.
And
you like to go out.
Yeah. And so then I had, but now I'm chill. But like back then it was like, I want to go out too. So
yeah.
Then I had a guy that we were going like basketball games, you know what I'm saying? Traveling, doing our thing. Like it was fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Surprises, like birthdays were like big things to him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but the other guy, he was mad laid back. Like it was just like, happy birthday, here's some money. You know what I'm saying? And like, it kind of, I loved and I liked him a lot because he educated me. I think I loved him in my brain as far as like the mental simulation he provided for me.
Was he older than you?
He was older than me. And the other one was a little bit like, I think a year younger than me, right? But we had so much fun. So it's like I had the adult version of me and then the kid version of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it was hard to kind of like, what do I do? Because one is always wanting to go out and hang out and play. And now I'm getting all this knowledge and I want to just read and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And watch Netflix and chill and do those things. So it's kind of, what would you do in a situation like that? Like how would you still, but I felt bad because I was dating them, but it was becoming more serious. So I had to figure out a way to like let one of them go.
I mean,
I never did let them go.
I'm just you're so stupid.
Now
I feel like you have to evaluate where you are right then. Mm-hmm. If you was I would understand, or no, just evaluate where you are at that time, and be like, okay, am I the go out person right now, or am I the chill person? It depends what state of mind you're in also.
Mhm.
So also I would say, ooh, question. Are you dating both of them? So you're not in a relationship with
One.
one off the
Exactly.
bat. So, because I was gonna say, if you was in a relationship with one and then you met this other guy, your side piece or whatever, and
Mhm.
then he come in and you fall in love with him, then I'll be like, leave the guy you was with,
Mhm.
because you know you shouldn't. You never really loved him if you was
Yeah.
able easily to fall in love with somebody else, but
Def-
you're dating both of them, so that's kind of hard. So I would just say, where are you at mentally at that time, if you're, just and both, and also you had an older guy and a younger guy, so an older guy's gonna be chill. You know what I mean? They went through the stages you went through. How you was like in the middle between both of them.
mhm.
So that guy, you think about that guy went through the stuff that you wanted him to do now. You know what I mean?
That's
So
true.
are you gonna stop
Yeah.
and just settle and just stay in the house and just chill with him because you want to be with him, or are you gonna do what you want and
Yeah.
let me just live my life now? I'm into the adventures, going out, doing this. So that's what I think it comes down to. Mentally where you at, and if you want to be happy and go out and do that.
I have a question. So, Jada and little baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they would be better off in a flow exploration relationship? Because let me tell you why. Because I feel like they both love each other
Mm-hmm.
and kind of committed to each other, but they're still young.
Mm-hmm.
And like if we go back to the normalizing being single thing, I feel like they had a chance to be single, but at a younger type, you know what I'm saying? Like at a younger point in their lives when relationships weren't important, but now they're kind of connected because they have children, they have a child together. You know what I'm saying? And then their world like blew up as far as like money and success,
Yeah.
and things. And I have a problem with them disrespecting Jada. I feel like she's really genuinely in love with that man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so all the things that they say on Twitter about her being stupid, oh, I know she gonna go back to him. I don't think there's if it's any of their business if she left and if she goes back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like she is a woman of her own. She holds her own, and what happens behind closed doors, we don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like all y'all women out there hating on Jada, they need to stop because I feel like as a um as a young woman, still like 23, I think, like 22, 23, right? With
Yeah.
a son dealing with everything that the world is throwing at her, I feel like that's not fair. I feel
It's
like
not.
honestly, and I don't fault little baby. I mean, little baby, what he did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
at certain points, women stop to accept things. But I feel like back to like we were talking about the marriage by design, right? I feel like if they were to get married, I feel like it needs to be something of that type of title. The reason why is because I think he probably might have some certain fetishes and things that he might, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
might need or whatever. But I don't know, that's not my business.
I feel like they're both young,
Mhm.
so um you can just be with a regular guy now and he can cheat on you. So just imagine somebody, you know, having fame and having money, and then it's gonna be 10 times that
Mhm.
women, after you and stuff like that. So I don't feel like I don't think Jada's dumb. We're all been at that place
Mhm.
before. We all been with somebody that you know did us
Right.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So yeah. So I don't think she's dumb. I feel like she deserved the best.
Mhm.
You know, but she's very private. And I love that. I love that she's very private.
Exactly.
When
And
it
I
comes
feel
to
like
her
she don't
personal
need
life.
everybody in her business. I feel like that's okay. Like I feel like her whatever she wants to do is whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
So it just comes down to, it's up to Jada, if she wants to, go back and, but I think a break is good for them, you know.
Mhm.
If he really wants to be with her, he said he wants to be with her or whatever, let him go and do what he have to do. Get that stuff out his system or whatever and just come back, to her. But I don't want her to, sit around and wait
Yeah,
for him,
definitely. That's
you know.
definitely a thing.
But the heart wants what the heart wants. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So you can't force it, to go anywhere or, be with anybody else. So
but that also goes back to that question that you had asked earlier in the week about us women or whatever.
yes, 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 yes. Um, the question was, let me try to make sure how do I want to word this? So I think if a man, if you meet a man or whatever and you talk to him, blase blase, y'all just dating,
Mhm.
not in a relationship dating, but just dating people or whatever.
Mhm.
And he tells you that he don't want to be in a relationship. I think as women take that statement on as a challenge.
We do because we're
You
trying
know,
to catch something that
not catchable.
catchable. Yeah, I would a man the
Exactly.
same way. They just do it in a different way.
Yeah, because they chase us too, especially, you're like, oh no, I don't want to talk to you, boy.
Mhm.
Da 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 da. They going to chase us. Or they going to chase us until they get our attention or whatever
Mhm.
case it may be. But yes, it's a challenge for us. It's like, oh, so you don't want to be in a relationship, but you like me? Oh, I'm finna make you want to be in a relationship. That's what we
For
do.
real, they like that. That's the thing.
I've
They
done it
really.
myself personally
Yeah, I did
sometimes,
it.
so
I
I
definitely did
know.
that. And you know what too? Sometimes I just want what I want. And
Yes.
that's the
And
problem I
that's a
have. I'm very
yes.
spoiled and I want what I want when I want it. And
That have caused a lot of problems for me too.
girl.
Wanting something and because I want it, it's like, no, girl, I don't want it. I need it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think
And
I didn't listen
caused me
to people like when,
heartbreak.
when people
Everything.
were like, that's not for you. I'm like, no, that's for me.
Yes.
So I
And
had that issue.
especially, when we young too, when our parents, especially, growing up being young and our parents were like, oh, this person's not for you, that just make us want them more.
Yo,
Oh, you
funny
telling me no?
girl.
Oh, that means yes. That means there's something great about him that
Exactly.
I'm gonna be with
I
them.
was just
Yeah.
talking about that. Like, so I remember when I first moved to Georgia, and I liked this guy. You know who I'm talking about too. And another girl had liked him. Remember?
Uh
And I was like, "That's my man." Mind you, I didn't go on a date with this dude. Nothing. I just knew I wanted him, and
huh.
I didn't know what his situation was, what his life was, and I was just so like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted him. I just wanted to date him so bad, or just be with him, girl. And then my mom met him, and she was like, "He's not the one for you." And I was so mad. I was like, "Why not? Why is he not the one for me?"
Yeah.
Like, would you break up with somebody like that? Okay, so if your mom met somebody or your dad and was like, "Hey, I don't
Today me or young me?
both."
Both. Back in the day, no, I would have still pursued it.
Yeah, me too.
Me now, 30 jacks. I would say I would investigate a little more
Mhm.
and still come to my own conclusion.
Yeah.
But I would like draw away though. I wouldn't 100%.
I think I
No,
would
no,
be
no,
like
no, 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 no. I take that back real quick. Resend. Yeah.
return to sender.
Return to sender. Yeah. 30 jacks now. No. If my mom honestly be like, no, Jax, he's not for you. I can see it. I watched him all night. Da da da. I'm like, okay. Cause we've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've been through. Ooh, girl, I've been through a lot. So, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I felt like the relationships that I kind of forced, I knew they weren't for me. I just think I just wanted to play at the time.
Yeah, girl. Me too. Um, girl. I don't know. You can call it a relationship, but I've talked to somebody in the past. In my 20s, and at that time we was both talking to somebody, but I was like, just got a relationship, and he kind of did too, and we like you know, hit it off. We was already like flirting and stuff
Mhm.
before, and then we started talking. But because we started talking and, dating, whatever you want to call it, um, we grew a dope friendship.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was really, really dope. So yeah, things happen like that.
Do you
It
think
didn't work.
the fact that y'all tried it, do you think that it kind of
Mess
messed
it
up the
up.
friendship?
I think so, yeah. Because it was like after knowing, I guess, how we was together, intimate or whatever like that, is like you can't go back from that. You know what I mean?
And if it's
It
who
would
I
never
think
be
you
the
think, if it's
same.
who I think you're talking about, I feel like it would have still been a great friendship. But
Hmm.
what I think what happened is that it still would have been the what if. And I think the what if
Yeah.
would have hurt somebody's feelings at some point. So if that's the situation, I'm glad that it ended the way that it ended. It what didn't really end on ill terms. I don't think. I just think it. I
Mm-mm.
think it just end on a fact of we can't be friends because we're gonna constantly
Yeah.
be in this
It's
situation,
just gonna be a cycle
which is good because
of
if it's
not.
the person I think you're talking about, I feel like you've both grown
Yeah.
in amazing ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think y'all saved each other's life.
Mm.
That's one thing. If it's who
Yes.
I feel like y'all saved each other's life at that point. And I know that because you wanted it so bad, I knew it was kind of like hurtful because he is an amazing friend
Yeah.
as a person. So I felt
Yeah.
like that's what it is. It's just like you're
If
just
yeah,
amazing.
if we would have took out the the dating or the intimacy,
Mhm.
we'd be friends to this day.
Yeah.
Cause we both like dope friends. We was dope friends. Great
Yeah.
friendship. You know what I mean? Great talks. And distracted me. We both need
Yeah, y'all
distractions
did.
at that
At that
time.
time, I feel like
Cause
y'all
I was going through a horrible relationship and his situation too. So, but mine was really horrible, and he was just a good friend. He really was
yeah.
a good friend at that time of need. And so I thank you for that, because, sometimes you meet people, or what's the 3 stages? You meet people in your life,
Oh,
and
reason, seasons, and lifetime.
yes, everybody's not meant to be in your life forever. And, you're not supposed to be with them. You know what I mean?
And so that season was great.
That season was good. And he taught me, what to look for in a guy, what not to.
For real.
But, it really helped, and
And the thing
so.
about it, he was the type to be like, I'm not for you.
Yes, very
And that's the
honest
thing.
with
And I
me. And
respected
it was
that.
hard for me
Yeah, I
because I was
respected
still
that. And I used to be like,
young.
dang, but it
Because
was
I was
like
still at that
yeah.
fairy tale Jackie
Uh-huh.
stage in my life, but, he was very honest with me from up front, you know what I
But us
mean?
women, we like a challenge, so.
We do, exactly. But yeah, but we told, each other secrets that go to our grave, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But
So
I think that's
it
dope.
was, yeah,
That was a
dope
dope
friendship.
dynamic of a friendship.
Yes, 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 yes. Nothing
Committed
but love, yes.
committed partnerships, best friend. A partnership that is chosen for a long-term monogamous commitment that does not involve marriage. That used to be my type of
Mm.
marriage, boo. Whew.
But a partner, okay, so what's the name again? A partnership?
A partnership that is chosen for a long-term monogamous commitment that does
Okay,
not
but
involve marriage.
can you be married? Can you still just sign papers? So if
It's a
any one of
different
them
type of marriage.
die,
So it's considered okay,
because
so
they don't do common law no more.
no.
So
So I
if
wrote
we
this
just in
down.
a partnership, can we still just get married? So if I die, you know what to do with everything, and then if you die, I know what to do with everything.
Okay, so I wrote this down.
Oh, okay, my
I
bad.
said I had wrote researching this topic or whatever. It seems to be more of a domestic marriage type where you get some of the benefits of being married, but the family law doesn't apply in this type of marriage. So kind of how the LGBT how what LGBTQT
LGBTQ. I can't forget the T.
T.
LGBTQ.
They
Girl,
so complicated.
I'm
That is
sorry. We're
complicated.
botching it right now. Look it up.
My
For
homies.
real.
The LG. Oh my god.
Girl, we're gonna be stuck on here. Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Anyway, you guys get the idea.
Horrible.
Same sex marriage. It's kind of like same sex marriage. That's it. I just gave it an easier way. But we still need to do it because we love this type of community anyway. They throw the best parties, bro. LGT.
LGBT.
The LGBT community throws
No,
the lit
is
party.
there a Q?
I thought it was a
Okay,
Q in
anyway.
it.
Yes, anyway,
Anyway,
LGBTQ. Yes. Okay,
we'll figure
so
it out one day.
yes. So you said that's good for the
That's what they.
community?
That's what they. I mean, that's the only they get. That's the domestic. They're getting when same sex marriage is domestic. It's not the same.
As
Yeah, they don't
regular?
get the same type of things like a regular marriage. We could research it some more and come back to the
Well,
topic. Yeah, but that's
yes.
what I
Okay, so
heard.
we're gonna um go in more depth next week. So
With
yeah, we
that,
need more research on this because that's crazy.
because it says it's
For
like committing to
real?
each other but not committing to a traditional style of marriage. Yeah, a domestic marriage type of relationship where you get some of the benefits, but the family law doesn't apply in this.
That's crazy. So
But
the family
oh,
law don't.
slick. Yeah, so like that's why they get married. So they get married because um if something was to happen or they die, I think they can get health benefits and stuff like that, but they're acknowledged within it. Where back in the day, if something happened within that community,
Mm-hmm.
like their family could say, no, you were never with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, y'all not a married. Even you could have spent 50 years with this
With the
person and you guys had children and everything together, like, you know, adopted kids or whatever.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy. So think about so because you said that, think about back in the day, like back in the 80s and 90s, and you have a same sex relationship, and just think about everything they went through.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's
They
crazy,
went through a lot of stuff back then. I don't think, well,
girl.
could you live back then? Nah, not me.
What if I was gay?
Not gay, but just live. I mean, yeah, like
Yeah. What?
not gay. I mean, like yeah,
Just in
but
that
in
time.
those times when it was like things
So
like that where
messed up.
things were
So
not
ass
accepted.
backwards.
Yeah.
Um. No, I think it would be really, really hard. But okay, yes and no because I have an old soul, so I think I was really.
I was about to say you have an old soul. You might have
Yeah,
been
so I
working,
think I was meant to, be born back in the 50s or the
but you know
60s.
we've been here before, so
But
technically you might had, you know, been
but
like a old
because
little Anita Baker.
girl, I'm telling you, don't make me.
No, 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 no,
Ooh.
no, no.
but because of the hate and stuff and discrimination back then, no, that would have been really, really hard. That would have been really, really hard.
Hmm.
It's crazy. It's not that long ago. Oh, you remember, was it last year we was talking? Was it last year? I think it was last year we was talking about Black Wall Street. And we was talking about this year would make it 100 years, almost 100 years that took place. And some people, they won't, it's like they won't acknowledge it and try to pay some of the people
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
happened to, that just.
Us African Americans fight for a lot. They just need to give
Yeah,
us
I'm
America
telling
at
you.
this point.
Oh, did you know what I really dislike? I really, really, really dislike. So did you hear about the George Floyd the settlement,
Yeah,
the
$27
city?
million.
But it's like, that always put a bad taste in my mouth. It's like
You
the
trying to pay him
family.
off because
It's
they did
like you
wrong.
paying the family, but you still not saying that there's
Not making a not natural.
you're not acknowledging that something happened or something bad happened. You're not placing nobody on blame, or you're not blaming nobody for the situation, but you're willing to pay me and to sweep it under the rug. That's
I
why
think they
I
did the same
really
thing with
dislike.
Breonna Taylor too.
Yes,
I feel
yes,
like they're not
that put
acknowledging their
a
wrongs in it.
bad taste in my mouth too. It's like it's like they're always just trying to, when it comes to situations like this, or they just try to, pay us
To be quiet.
and to be
Oh, they
quiet.
want money. Let's just give them some money.
Yeah, especially like the
No,
whole
I want my husband back. I want my
Black
father
Lives
back.
Matter, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh, companies, what can we do? Oh, but we gonna just gonna give money.
yeah. I think
Money's
that's
not
messed
the
up.
situation. Money's not the answer that we need. We just need change. We need laws, and we need things that really gonna change. But Yeah. Okay, back to topic. Back to topic. Just wanted to, you know,
Would
zoom
you
in on that real quick
would you be in an
since that
open
happened this week. Would I be in an open
no?
relationship?
So would you be in a relationship like Will and Jada?
Um, Open relationship? If they're in an open relationship, no, because I'm very selfish. I don't want to. I'm sorry. I don't want to share my man with nobody.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't want. I'm very greedy and, yeah, very selfish. I don't want to share my man with nobody.
I think
But I understand. And plus, they're how many years they in? Like
yo
20,
a lot, bro. They in a
25,
lot of
30,
yeah,
almost
yeah,
30 years maybe.
yeah.
But you got to think about it too. Excuse me. That after that long, and you have like in relationships or marriages, whatever, people fall out of love. You know what I mean? And so if it's really like important to you, you fight for it and you try to, revive it, bring it back to life or whatever. But, you know, open relationship, like I said, I wouldn't judge it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wouldn't judge them
Mhm.
at all for, having an open
Shit,
relationship
yeah.
because I always said to myself that I would maybe 10, 15 years down, probably, experiment experiment
Experiment with
with,
that's yeah,
my husband or whatever, just spice it up,
yeah.
because it's like after 10 or 15 years, you're just in the same old thing, same old cheese, So, why not? And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want nobody to come and like bash me for my opinion. That's my opinion, and don't judge me. I won't judge you. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah, but
at
you know what I
all.
did like, cause with that whole little scandal that happened with the entanglement thing or whatever.
He
I
opened his mouth.
Yeah, he
That's the
he should have been
problem.
quiet because
He's a child still,
yeah,
and
he should have been quiet
that sucks for Jada
because I feel
because
like
he's
it
a.
put Will in a bad place because
It's
because
like
I
now
know
the
that
world gotta know what we got going
exactly one, and I
on.
think that Jada is probably the one that's like, I don't even know how to say this, like she's the one that needs the space. She's the one that needs to explore. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
she's the explorer in a relationship, and
You think so?
yeah, and I think Will is madly in love with her, and because he's madly in love with her, he wants to give her the type of relationship that she wants. And I feel like, and the reason why I said that is because when the interview happened after the whole August Alsina thing, you can see it in his eyes.
He was
He was
hurt.
hurt. And I think he was more hurt because
It got out
he got out because he allowed his wife to go out there
and
and
be
figure out what she
hurt.
needed to figure out so that they can be at the point that they are, I think, now or whatever. But like they said, they're not in a normal marriage. They've never ever said after a couple of years they don't even call it a marriage anymore. I forgot what they call it, but it's not marriage. But they honor, and the main thing in their relationship is respect. And I respect that he respected her enough not to. He could have disrespected. Will could have went off on Jada,
Yeah.
but he didn't. Like he stood up there as a man and was like, "Yeah, we went through this point. I was an ugly person at one point. Like not ugly physically, but I was
Yeah.
had my demons and things that I was going through that she was dealing with. And I feel like as a man, for him to acknowledge not only his part that he played with it and not just go with the publicity or everything that's going on in the tabloids with the situation, I felt like he handled that really well.
He did. He did. Yeah, I agree. You could tell that he was very hurt. His eyes and everything.
Hmm.
But I also feel like he likes to play too.
He
He
does,
likes
but
to
I think they like to play together.
he likes to taste the rainbow.
I don't know. You ain't hear that here.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear that
You
here.
ain't hear that here. But
Disclaimer.
just yeah, we
You
ain't
did
trying to
not
get shut
hear
down
that
before we get
here.
started. But yeah, I know
Wow.
he likes his cake and he want to eat it too.
And he eat
But
it
it's always
too.
different with men. It's always different with men
What do you mean?
because a man could go out there and cheat and do what they want to do. And I'm not trying to bad talk y'all men because y'all not all the same. But a woman, let a woman cheat. Oh my God, it's like it's
Okay.
the end of the world.
Bring us back to one situation I want to bring some light to the Lori Harvey and Michael B. Michael B. Okay, so I love that she is so private. I love that she don't talk or anything.
Mhm.
You won't know what happened in the relationships. We
That's
don't
true. Yeah.
from none of the men. None of the men have talked to say, oh, what they had with Lori or anything like that. I love that. I
They
love
probably
that.
signed some
And I'm so
non-disclosure
into being
NDA.
I'm so into being private too. We talk about that too. Just being private don't mean that you hiding who you with.
Exactly.
It's just protecting what you have.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to tell you my relation status by posting up a picture.
Yeah. If I post a picture, it's because we want to post a picture. You know what I mean? And I say for myself, like my Instagram, I hardly post any pictures, but my Facebook, that's where I keep, my family and everything like that. So I post all the time. Or I try to like poke my head in or whatever. But yes, I love being private. And so I love that about Lori. And I don't think she's a hoe.
I don't. I feel like she honestly had
good. Because we don't know. Mm-hmm. And the first
and she's
thing
young.
Is none of our business.
She's flow exploration right now.
Yes,
it's none of our business category.
What they got going on. If she's having sex with them, if she not,
it's up to her.
From anything, she can probably still be a virgin. We don't know. We don't know, and they all probably just trying to, get her a little V card or whatever. But we don't know their situation.
Exactly.
So, but I applaud her. I don't think she's a hoe. I need the guys stop hating on her.
Yeah, stop hating on
they
Lori.
Just hurt.
I was hating because she had my man for a little bit. I was like,
oh, Michael.
Michael. He was like my little TV crush too.
Michael is so cute. But back to topic. But I don't think she's a hoe. I love the girl. She's gorgeous.
She's really beautiful.
I love her. She's gorgeous. She's getting her own bag. You know what I mean? So, girl, date who you want. You young. Find out what you truly want in a relationship or a marriage or whatever. Find you. Enjoy life. You're young. That's what you're supposed to do. Enjoy. So,
and I think
she's doing that.
Yeah, and I love it. I think this episode was pretty cool because it's like we explored different type of relationship statuses, and I feel like all of them play a part in everybody's situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like at first when I was researching the topics or the statuses or whatever, I felt like some of them had to deal with like straying away from commitment. But after talking to you, I feel more of it's just about what the situation you're in at the time. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be a situation with a person. It's the situation with self. So you may be able to accept that and be okay with that for that time. But normalizing being single, dating is great. Yes. Different type of marriages, you know what I'm saying?
Enjoy life.
Just live and have fun. And if you meet the right person, you're committed to that person, I feel like what happens, happens. What goes.
Yes. And just do you. Do what makes you happy. Because I feel like society always try to put us in a box. Yeah. So don't be in that box if you don't want to.
Don't box me in. I don't want to be boxed in.
If you want to stay in a box, stay in a box. But if you don't, girl, guys, step out that box and be you and be happy and be confident and own what you get going on. Own it, girl. Own it.
But this has been an amazing episode.
Yes.
Episode 2. We locked it in.
Episode 2, y'all. We did it.
But so thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So,
see you guys next week for another episode of She Thought It.
I said it. Bye. Y'all.